Yeah, what's going on, Mulatto Vanguard, man? People, give people a couple minutes to come in here, because people need to understand this process. What's going on? Make sure you hit the like button upon coming in before your SBE guys go live. You know, I give it a couple minutes and then I'll go into it, man. What's going on? Mulatto Vanguard, Stephen Bishop, NC Worker, the Inquisitive Prince. Let's wait till some people get up in here. Because this is like important. I think like the last time I talked about this issue, it was me, it was Black Ram, and we was having this interview on the O'Shea show. It was one of the very first interviews that I did on O'Shea's show. This is probably like 7 or 8 years ago. Wait, hold on. 2017. Damn, it was probably like 2016. So it's probably 8 years ago at this point. Oh yeah. See, the thing is, Mulatto Vanguard, it's like I've seen this cycle so many times that I can nearly predict to you what these dudes are gonna do, right? Because first and foremost, they're gonna do anything that they can to start over. Because that's how you hide your lack of progression. What's going on, XC? Like you hide your lack of progression behind going behind new people and having the same conversations that you've been having, right? That's how you hide your lack of progression. Because is truth be told, it's mostly most working class people who want to keep up nonsense and give comfort to weak men as a side hustle. That's something you can't stop. That's an initial problem of weak ass men being here in the first place. That's a problem that you can never stop, right? You can never stop those type of problems. Because the moment you start talking about things of substance, if women ain't being discussed, if the GOAT debate between Kobe and Jordan ain't being discussed, dude, most of these dudes have nothing to offer to the conversation. If women ain't being discussed, most dudes nothing to offer to the conversation. So this is how you can escape doing this once you start to feel this survivor's guilt slash successful remorse. One thing you have to realize is in these types of situations, this is a programming error. How you are as a guy is pretty much predicated on three different people. So when you meet most men, they are three different people or a mixture of three different people. They are a mixture of Cat Williams, Patrice O'Neal, and Corey Holcomb. They either act like one of those three archetypes, they act all the way like one of those archetypes, and that's it for like most dudes. Because at the end of the day, entertainers and entertainment is the easiest way to be seen as a dude in this society. Because substance isn't rewarded by anything. You can say whatever you want to. Substance isn't rewarded by anything, right? So, what these people do, once they actually get their act together, they want to be the most successful person around people who don't have their stuff together. Why? They want to feel like they're part of the group. But here's the thing, you were supposed to make a different group once you made it. You wasn't supposed to join these people's group after you made it. Notice how they're always at the actual end goal, even though they haven't really done anything. And notice how you're never really accepted among the group unless you dumb yourself down to remain around these people. You do understand that when you create your own group outside of entertainment and foolishness, the new group that you join acts just like that. Like, let's say when you be around more cultured individuals, right? All this hee hee ha ha and trying to sleep with somebody else's girl and all that catty nonsense. Like, dude, that stuff doesn't happen around other groups of people. It doesn't. It only happens here at the bottom or here amongst a specific type of culture of individuals, right? And what is it about a person who goes out and do all this realistic stuff, but they still want to remain relevant around lower class personnel that you know don't have the minimum level of principle to appreciate your accomplishments? The moment you start talking about accomplishments and hard work, the moment they try to shut you up or shut you down or humiliate you in front of everybody or make you feel like you're the smallest thing in the world or on the planet, correct? You see, you get to do the same thing once you get your stuff together. And this is what people refuse to have done. This is why the culture is stagnant because most people want to be hee hee ha ha. Let's talk about relationship trauma and pretend like I'm so compromised that I jump my ass off in any situation where a woman's just going to take advantage of me that they actually need. Like most of these people need these problems in order to jumpstart and perpetuate the things that they talk about. Think about Tupac and how most of his best music was after he got into a gang of trouble with the police or was up on some charges on some nonsense or just be the case on this type of thing right there. There was never any peaceful period of time for Tupac all the way up until his death. It was always going from one circumstance and situation to another, to another, to another. Even though he was surrounded by people with money, even though personally I don't think he had that much, he still could have opted out of most of these things that he put himself into. Anybody can do that. But see, you have to make an effort to spend 4 times as much time not around these people than when you was raised around them. Yes, you have to understand that as isolating as it is, trying to pretend to be around these people, it is more isolating to create that different group of people. Why? It's going to be a small group of people who's willing to follow those type of rules. Now, in other cultures, this is normal, but here at the but here within this culture, it's very hard to get off the ground because people want to add principle later on in life. It does matter who your personal circle is and how you make your money. A lot of people don't understand that. You can't just jump on a plane, go to another country, ain't nobody gonna look you up, and they just wave you off. And a lot of people think that, man, look, I'm productive just like you. Oh, I could do this just like you. I'm like, bro, listen, your issue is entertainment. You know what entertainers do when they get uh in an actual bind? They grind up associations. They start a whole bunch of unneeded stuff within the actual group in order to bolster their own profile. Why? They don't have substance by themselves or alone. And this is why it makes no sense for personnel who have their stuff together to continue to be engaging in the entertainment foolishness talk. Once you become an actual investor and an actual participator in society, most of this stuff can be solved with money, distance, and isolation. Like a lot of these people, most of their complaints is, I don't have my money together, therefore I'll never be able to qualify for the women that's here. They put all of their, no, they respected all their points into game, luck, and not knowing what's going on in entertainment, not substance. Then the situation changes to where now they kind of require stuff out of dudes. And since they spent their whole life not being engaged with the process, not knowing how anything works, they're just waiting on, like Stephen Bishop just said, like it just said, waiting for the next relationship or something to complain about in order to be able to open their mouth, to rush right in to make sure that there's no substance that's being actually talked about. Not qualified to talk about politics, live in a totally liberal area, never voted for, only have their mouth open whenever this guy's in office. You literally have dudes with sound like they have a fifth grade education talking about Gaza with a fucking ball cap on. Shit's crazy. Oh yeah, this is true. BG Lush loves surrounding himself with dumb people. That has always been suspect to me since I came across his channel. His claims to be so smart, yet he hangs out with idiots. I mean, but he is like the Lord of the Flies of idiots, though. And I don't blame BGS because no one is appreciating BGS in real life, though. There is nobody coming to this level of personnel for actual ideas on politics, even though he lives in a completely the most liberal place in the country and claims that, oh, well, take us, you don't need to take a side. I'm like, he's right and he's wrong. The first thing he's right about, he's correct. You don't need to take a side if you do not expect progress. He is right. And here's another reason why you don't need to take a side. You do not need to take a side if you're not going to work toward progress in any way, shape, form, or fashion. If you're not going to work toward progress toward any shape, form, or fashion, you don't need to take a side. But the people who simultaneously, who don't take a side, don't know what's going on, always find themselves talking about things that require some type of background. And it's kind of like they're baiting you by being stupid. Okay, I'm just going to talk out here. I'm going to be useless. I'm not going to know what I'm talking about. I'm going to ask just enough dumbass questions so that way you could come in and correct me. And I'm like, no, you can't do that shit in other groups, man. Yeah, BGS is shit, and the people who watch them are the green horse flies who eat the shit. That's all it is. People who too stupid and dumb to pick up a fucking book, or like these idiots who actually want to argue with Chat GPT about feminism, they can use the same Chat GPT to learn what's going on in their environment. They can set up Google alerts and Google searches like everybody else to get this stuff piped into their email box and just simply read it. But if you just want to have a passerby opinion on everything and then expect for your name to kind of be on everything, that's what the problem is. And this is kind of the only place where that happens. So what we have done here, or what people in the Black Manosphere has done here, what they've done is they've created right-wing talk radio, but in a black format. And we know what happened with AM talk radio across the country. AM talk radio pre-programmed a whole bunch of culturally inefficient personnel to making them feel, you know, special. They wanted to make stupid people feel special. So they kind of culture watch these people into creating this whole different pocket dimension where they're right and everything works for them right here. That's the same thing we kind of done with the actual Black Manosphere. That's the same thing that has been done with the Red Pill movement, where you can have people with bad outcomes try to hang to these type of crazy type of dumbass principles that don't work anywhere. Again, things are great when you ain't got to watch your back all the time. Things are great when you ain't got to watch your back all the time. When you could just face forward, bring substance, discuss all type of business without trying to cut somebody out of their business. That's the thing that most of these uncultured people do. Like culture requires some sort of minimum standard. A lot of people want to add minimum standard after they get their stuff off. They just want to get their stuff off and they don't want to be held responsible for learning anything inside the environment. And then you have the people with successful remorse who sit there and let them get that stuff off and figure that, well, you know what, I just got to be quiet because, I just want to hang with the fellas. Not your fellas, bro. Not your fellas, bro. Yeah. And it's like most of these people put themselves in a direct line of sight of the things that cause them the most problems. If all of these women are of no quality, as they claim, how do they keep picking the actual women that are of no quality? If they're all of no quality from the first beginning, how do you end up with somebody who's of no quality? Did you really just go out and get your stuff together to pick from the same group of the same group of retired breeding cows, or at least the process of being one? Is that what you wanted? You went and got your stuff all the way together, so that way you can uh, get with and simultaneously complain about the circumstances that you put yourself in. You see, that's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, you got to create a different group. People keep saying, "Oh, I can't find a network. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do that." I'm like, dude, look at why you spend all your time online. Once you bring up the dating and relationship shit that most people do, they think you're insane. They think you crazy. They don't want nothing to do with that, dude. It's always been about the outcomes, and you can't create a better group without minimum standards. You cannot create a minimum group. I'm sorry. You cannot create a group that's successful without minimum standards. You cannot create a successful group if everybody is trying to be Corey Holcomb, Cat Williams, or Patrice O'Neal. Just ain't gonna happen. Okay? Just ain't gonna happen. And here's the problem. Most of the men, thanks to not having any minimum standards, created the response of women of what we have right now. The type of women that we have right now is the sole responsibility of men creating. The only thing you have to do is listen for a second. Craig the Tech Out, what's going on, man? Thanks for the $2 super chatter sticker. Okay, let me give you an example of other cultures. Let's say when I'm around my Nigerian friends, right? When I'm around my Nigerian friends, the men do their thing, the women do their thing, the kids are getting their study on. Yeah, it ain't a zone for unaccomplished people to talk. It's not a zone for that. And if you're going to talk and say something, you got to be able to contribute to the group. Like there are people who talk about and practice group economics. You have complete idiots who delve off into the relationship conversation talking about the lack of group economics. What are you talking about? You are a scavenger and a parasite. And a scavenger and a parasite don't create a group. A group of piranhas, it's not a group that you would want to join. That's a non-piranha. You're either the piranhas in the school of fish, or you're the meat that they drop into the actual container that get tore up. That is what substance is like around a group of piranhas who want to pull the conversation back down to entertainment. So that way the most amount of idiots can talk. And it's not the idiot's fault. At the end of the day, it is the people who got their stuff together just a little bit. And working class people who aid and abet this stuff. Yes. I mean, most of this stuff is meant to be an idiot factory. It just is. But at the end of the day, the idiot factory can be something that you're born in. The idiot factory can be something that you socialized in. But once you reach the age of choice and reason, you should be able to get out of that circumstance. Not wait for some old, inexperienced, impossible, highly possible failure to try to guide you to success. No, they're trying to guide you into the same type of personnel that created their outcomes. That's what they want to create. They want to create the same type of outcomes. It's a multiplier effect. Think about what you're looking at and what you're listening to. Why don't you multiply that time 50 or 100? Is the society going to be better off if you create more of what you're actually looking at? Let's say if you just, every time you do this, it has to be for entertainment purposes. Let's say you times that time 100 and you don't focus on anything that's actual substantive or anything that's about creating a better environment. And you multiply that versus substance. We have to be honest with ourselves about these outcomes that we have here. These outcomes that we have here is something collectively that the people have invested in. Whether they wanted to or not, these are the outcomes. And good men don't complain about bad women. Good men don't complain about bad women at all. They're not waiting on bad women to act right. They're not waiting on bad women to do anything. But a lot of people wanted to bring their own personal problems and their lack of progression to our group, right here. That is what they wanted to do. And here's the thing. They come to our group, they burrowed a hole into our group, and then they turned our group straight off into the entertainment piece. Again, these are not the dummies who done this. These are like poor working class dudes who've done this, right? These are these pretend affiliated with street people type people. When you know the actual culture and the actual behavior pattern of street people, they are the actual scorpion that want to take you, the frog, across the pond. And guess what? You never make it to the other side. Why? That scorpion's not interested in you making it to the other side and doing all this work for free. They're trying to consume substance. Again, this is a limiting valve, a leveling valve, a way of keeping the culture stagnant by not creating a new group. There should be no reason for all of these people living in these liberal areas to who have, not participated in the process. You mean to tell me once every 2 years you can't read a 15, 30-page document about the outcomes that's potentially going to be in your actual city? You can't read that and decide which side that you want to take? Again, the existence of perfect women isn't an excuse for not to be anything. There is no such thing in no culture as give me the bitch first and I'll act right. This shit doesn't exist in other cultures, man. It doesn't exist in other cultures for a reason. And what we have, like, you can blame boomers, but I can guarantee you there's so much more socialized outcomes and personnel within your group that you could be like. You didn't need a father figure. There's too many good examples out there right now. You don't need a two-parent household. There's too many successful examples out there about where to go. You don't need somebody coming into your neighborhood, hand you a flyer or a pamphlet. All this stuff has already been solved by the workforce center. The top 10 jobs that need to be actually filled within your state, and the state offers training for it. A lot of this stuff is misapplication based. The misapplication of man, and they've come online to blame other people than the man who has the initial problem. I understand. They desperately wanted to put that blame onto somebody else. They desperately want to put that blame onto somebody else. Then you want to spend all your time in the improper places, not knowing you could change your life and your trajectory overnight. Not going to change that overall direction, but you could definitely change that trajectory. And that trajectory over time can be the way that you're going. It's always the dude. Listen, man. You got to have the mind state way before the outcomes. These people want to be on nonsense, get the outcome, and then change the mind state once you get there. Dude, things don't work that way. Things have never worked that way. Connecting your actual outcomes to online content creators who haven't done anything with their life, incredibly bad idea. And you have the nerve to think that your name belongs on things that you never really invested in. And we got to take this wait and see approach with men who want to live like undocumented immigrants. Yes, you have actual men in this society who want to live like undocumented immigrants, who just want to show up. They want to keep their head down. They don't want to participate. They don't really want to hear about it. They just want to be entertained and go home. Oh, bro, why you talking to me about stuff that need to be fixed, man? I ain't fixing shit. Shit, I'm a man. Shit, I'm boycotting. Shit, I'm the prize. Like, what the fuck? Who are these dudes? Like, how did you get here? How did you get here? This is why you got to create a firewall around your space. I'm not trying to grow my space with a whole bunch of undocumented idiots or blidiots in this case. Yeah, what's going on, Section Red? What's going on, Mom Perry? Again, fixing this stuff is easy. And oh man, bro, do we make up the perfect excuses? Right now, I'm in Council Bluffs, Iowa, on my way to Idaho in 2 days. I was sitting here, and me and another guy, one of my drivers, was talking about this very specific transportation based conversation that we're both going through right now. You had one of these sideways smiling, goofy ass women talkers who came into the conversation. No one invited them into the conversation. Couldn't add any type of substance to the conversation. And the dude just start to try to talk about the Diddy trial. I was going to freeze on Lou. Yeah, Diddy trial. And so this guy doesn't know that I'm prior fucking law enforcement. So I'm like, dude, did you read the charges? But he was like, no, man, I think the bitches are this and that. Like, man, them hoes know what they were doing and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, that's not what the charges are about. The charges are very specific if you read them. I'm like, do you know what the charges are? Because there's 3 charges. Do you know what the charges are? I'm like, okay, dumb nigga. Let me bring you up to speed, dumb nigga. Gather round, gather round, gather round, dumb nigga. This is called Google. Right here, dumb nigga. This is called Google. Right? Let's Google what he's actually brought up on charges on. Okay, dumb nigga. All right. You see the first charge? Did he take his legitimate money and go off and do illegitimate things with his money? Dumb nigga, yes or no? It's literally called a freak off. It's a thing. Did he do that? Yes or no? Yes or no, dumb nigga? Oh yeah, but no fucking buts, bro. Did he do this or not? Yes, he did. Okay, second question, dumb nigga. All right. Did he not obtain prostitution and take it across state lines? Did he not do that? Yes or no? Well, yeah, but no buts, dumb nigga, no buts. See, dumb nigga, you don't read. Remember, this is your topic, your subject, and you don't know this. The answer is yes. Most of this case is about circumstantial evidence proving the fact that he did this many fucking times. This has nothing to do with whether or not a person is guilty or not. This has everything to do with whether or not he did what he did with his money with these people. That's all it is. These ain't bullshit local charges. These are federal charges. Them bitches gonna stick. They got a long ass motherfucking track record of locking people the fuck up. I'm like, as you can see, this happened this way, this time, these situations over 10 years. They're just telling you with circumstantial evidence how many times this shit has happened. If you ever look at a murder trial or any type of assault trial, they bring up all the dumb shit that this person has ever done to prove to them the fact that they're capable of doing this too. This is no different than any other case. But see, rather than knowing this and how this is set up, he wanted to barge into the conversation with this type of talk because he feel left behind because we're talking about substance. We're talking about things of substance. He got to pull it back down to relationship and foolishness bullshit. And here's the thing. I had to educate him on what the fucking charges were. He didn't know what the charges were. He just knew entertainment was afoot and that was it. This ain't hard. This is what I mean. People live in a whole entire society. They have more access to information than ever. They can ask these questions to an actual fucking chatbot, and the chatbot will give you an actual solution to your question. Still walking around remaining uninformed. That's like a mission. I'm gonna have all this access to information, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be a dumb nigga anyway. I'm gonna walk around and pretend like there's not simple answers for my questions. I'm gonna walk around as if there's no internet, as if there's no Google, if there's no anything. However, these stupid motherfuckers always want to come and be a part of your group. They want to make sure that your conversation, no, dumb niggas included. That's right. You better stop talking about that fucking substance. Dumb nigga on site. Break yourself, fool. Lower your conversation, fool. The fuck you mean? Having this fucking 100 level IQ ass conversation. Nigga, you better lower that shit to 70. That's what these dumb motherfuckers do. They do this shit right in front of your fucking face. They don't know shit. Not really embarrassed that they don't know shit or how shit works. And then they just sit there, quiet as fuck while you still talking to answer their dumb nigga based question. And then they say another dumb nigga based thing. And another dumb nigga based thing. And it's like, dude, at the end of the day, bro, you don't belong here. Dude, your tribe is online. This placebo dumb nigga shit is really pissing us the fuck off around here. Right? All this access to information, don't even bother looking shit up. But that's what I mean. Successful remorse. You gotta kick these people to the fucking curb. You answer their questions, you point them toward the information, and like, hey man, you have a really nice dumb nigga day. Bye. That's what it is, Mike. It's exactly what it is. Trafficking ignorance. That's what it is. Shit, all this reasoning shit going on. Like, look, man, these dudes talking in whole sentences and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, you gotta add some ya mean in there, But there ain't enough ya mean for me to actually do stuff. Yeah, I ain't lying, man. Face no embarrassment, man. They come up and like, look, man. Yeah, man. Today's dumb nigga acceptance day, bro. Break yourself, fool. Yeah. Again, it's not really the dudes. It's the dudes who keep tolerating these dudes. Yeah. You you know what? You know what, master teacher? You sure be right. All right. What do you compare it to? You don't know anything? All right, man. All right, man. But that's what we are. I'm telling you, once you create this new group of people, which is gonna be hard, you got to fight that isolation. Hey, look, feeling isolated and shit works. That's a good thing, sir. That is a good thing. That isolation and shit works. That is a very good thing. You closing that door and you ain't got to worry about somebody coming through it trying to take your stuff. That's a good thing. You can just be a regular dude doing regular stuff. You ain't got to worry. You ain't got to worry at all. But we don't create that different group is because We want the previous group adulations. That's what we want. Because they simply don't want things to be better. I don't blame the idiots. I don't blame BGS. I don't blame Tia Son Johnson. I don't blame Dr. Thunder. I don't blame Accountable Commentary. I don't blame Angerman. I don't blame none of these dumb motherfuckers who do any of this shit. I don't blame them. You want to know why? There's too many idiots who want to remain at the bottom. It's too many of them. And how could you not just take free advantage of people who don't want to progress? It's literally too damn easy. People sending me emails and shit about Obsidian. I'm like, what do I have to criticize Obsidian for? Obsidian has told you who he was, I don't know how many times. And the same person who emailed me this shit is over there. Yeah, man, these women ain't shit. I'm like, didn't this motherfucker just email me about Obsidian? Oh, okay, so I'm supposed to take the bait and talk shit about Obsidian after you have your ass over there big up in the same dude. This is how come I stopped doing the relationship content. Why? The shit was easy to dodge. It's just that people wanted to see the back and forth more. Yes. You live in a place that don't work, that's on you. You got to stop answering, bro, listen. You got to stop setting yourself up to explain reality and society to people who are not invested in either. And I'm talking about men only. If you ain't got sense enough to move your ass out of St. Louis, Chicago, Philadelphia, Kansas City, Detroit, Baltimore, Atlanta, you name it. If you ain't got sense enough to move out of those highly, highly liberalized area with high crime, that's a you problem, not a societal issue. You can live still in these areas and still live pretty good if you have your stuff together. Don't believe me? Look at St. Louis, one of the most segregated cities I've ever been in. You turn down one street, it's hell on earth, surrounded by $300,000 and $400,000 houses within a quarter of a block. The only thing they got is a nice street. Other groups have already done this. Other groups have already done this. Like a lot of people, they be on all type of nonsense before they come to America. As soon as they come to America, it's all about the group. It's all about the group. Get their household straight, take their ass back home, go get them one of them act rights, bring her ass back over here, and things work. You know what these dudes want to do? Pick up the same people who's been cultured a very specific way, thanks to the inundation of attention and not being held responsible for anything, and then think that you're just gonna walk in and poach yourself a black family out of this right here. And just because you blasted down somebody, she gonna stay with you and she gonna be your wife. Like, dude, what the fuck are you like, dude, why are you doing this? It's going to go. These people know this shit haven't worked. I don't blame women for shit. Actually, I do blame women for a lot. I blame women for playing with their goddamn food for too goddamn long. These women should been sawing these dudes' heads off. That's the only thing I'm pissed off about is these dudes not having even more consequences than they should be having. That's the only thing that I'm upset about, really. But hey, you could create that different group. And here's the thing. Like when I forgot who it was. I think it was It wasn't the Gone. Wasn't Mike B. It was somebody else. Because they're like insulated families that live on the same property in Mississippi. And I was like, hey man, you should go down there and interview those people. I'm like, nope. No, man, you don't highlight greatness like that. Do you know what these people are surrounded by? Do you know what these people are surrounded by down there? Things work because no one knows they're down there and no one knows that stuff exists. They don't know that there's intact families who live on the same land. All these people got skills. All these people got the skills to survive down there. And most of these idiots always jump to the word bougie. You always bougie. You always upper crust. You always all these other things. The moment you don't let dumb niggas just sit around and don't do shit and wait on a conversation, that's when you have a problem with them. Nah, man. Somebody else got to deal with the overprocreation of these people. It's not our responsibility to keep bringing these people up to speed. These people are using modern technology to ignore information. I'm going to say that again. They're using modern technology to ignore information on how to make their life better. These are these learn helplessness dudes. This learn helplessness shit. Like, man, man, I will go out there and do it myself, but I just need some help, man. No, man, just do this for me, man. Just do that for me, man. Like, dude, if I take all these tests and if I go get these skills for you, then what the fuck you gonna do? What are you gonna do? If everybody else put in and do all this stuff for you, hire your ass, give your ass this OJT shit, this on the job training. If somebody just make your ass CEO of a company that you're not qualified for, what did you learn? You know what you actually learned in this scenario? Just wait around, be useless in large numbers, and somebody's gonna come and solve your issues for you. That's not how it works. It probably can work like that for women, but it definitely don't work like that for men. It don't work like that for men. And you wonder why there is so many dumb nigga appreciation channels? And that's the growing thing among black American men is dumb nigga appreciation channels. Nothing with substance, nothing about politics, nothing about news, nothing about participating, nothing about making sure that shit works. None of that. The only thing that's popping is dumb nigga appreciation channel. That's it. People roll out of bed, they don't know what the fuck going on. They talk about a whole bunch of shit that they didn't research and a whole bunch of yup, motherfuckers just being there, just yup, dumb nigga, yup. That's what it is, man. And these dudes pay to hang out with people that don't give a fuck about them, and then they turn around and start talking about tricking right after that shit. I'm like, bro, you are a dumb nigga appreciation trick. What is going on here? I demand to know what is going on. This shit be crazy, man. This shit be flat out fucking insane, dude. Flat out. Again, the dumb motherfuckers are really too stupid to create platforms. They can start a lot of shit, but they can't create no platform. It's the more educated people who be up to this whole shit nowadays, man. It's the educated dudes. The dudes who got a career, who who is helping dumb niggas multiply, who's creating safe spaces for dumb niggas. It's crazy. And it's like these dudes are proud to be ignorant, man. Proud as fuck. Proud. As soon as you come around, man, bro, listen. As soon as they come around,
Hey, homie, you need some help?
oh, I'm sorry. Let me relocate you, man. Let me send you to the upper deck. Jesus, one to go. Nah, man. Nah, bro, you can't be around here. Proud of it too. Nah, it ain't about to be over. What's going on, Emperor Sports Channel? It ain't about to be over. But look, you can create better stuff with less people. You can create better stuff with less people. Look, in the Justice League universe, everybody know who Batman is. Not everybody's coming to the Batcave. Not everybody's coming to the Batcave. That's right. I may work with your ass, but I don't want to be seen around your ass after hours. You know how the mafia love using the services of these hammerhead ass fucking Italians, but they don't want to be seen hanging out with these hammerhead ass fucking Italians? That's how you got to be. That's right. That's right. Everybody ain't showing up. Everybody ain't pulling up to Wayne Manor, man. Dude, ain't nobody doing that. You got to get rid of these successful people in your circle who still hang out with dumbass individuals because they don't see how dangerous that it makes it for successful people. How many times have you brought one of these Kevin Bacon ass 6 degrees of separation ass maggles around your fucking shit, and next thing you know, they trying to pass their name around like they fucking know you, like they coalition with you, like they ally with you. Next thing you know, they done fuck somebody over. Next thing you know, people think that about this person. You think that like you know this guy? Like, no, I don't know who that is. Oh, well, he was on one of your barbecues. Like, for real? Shit, I didn't invite him. Next thing you know, he done fucked up some shit. He done screwed your name up or screwed somebody else or something. Because when people don't take the baseline responsibility of fixing their shit, they will mess up your shit every time. I used to be like this. Look, you make a lot of money here and everything works fine. If you invite some person here who's gonna fuck my shit up, your ass is getting fired right along with him. The moment he fucks up, I'm gonna give you a call. I'm gonna give you a call. Like, yeah, man, your man's kind of fucking up, man. Like, so with your boy, talk to him. Like, cool. You brought this motherfucker here. You're it's the same as the buddy system in the military. The first thing they ask you, where's your ranger buddy? Because you can't be out here fucking up by yourself. They ask you who your ranger buddy is. Like, yeah, man. So why's your boy here fucking up? Okay, you don't know? No problem. Drop and give me 25. How many times you think you gonna fucking do that shit before you motherfucking make sure that you glued to this motherfucker everywhere you go to make sure that dude don't fuck up anything? And you don't get to choose your ranger buddy. No, 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 no. They assign you a dumb motherfucker in most cases and make you bring this dumb motherfucker up to speed. And one person can get the whole 150 cop crew drop. And then you become popular for the wrong reasons. But that's what I mean by group economics around substance. We have group economics around spreading bullshit. Cause look, I ain't got time to be watching everybody's back, man. Fuck that. That's why you get your own shit together. So that way, if you can remain by having your own shit together, you ain't got to worry about this other shit. Because that stuff is already taken care of once you get your shit together. Oh no, you around having these loose ass fucking women around? Oh no, can't hang around us. Oh no, you ain't about to have us in the first 48 having some masked up maggle jumping through the door trying to take some shit. He angry as fuck that he can't make. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You haven't grown out of that. Sorry. Can't be around here. Oh no. You the type of dude who want to buy a high price car and park in the hood and go to these hood bars? Oh no. Can't be around us. Oh no. Can't have you around here. Oh no. The last thing we need is needing a character reference on somebody who got off in some bullshit that he knew that shouldn't have been around. Happens all the time. Once you bring these magnified motherfuckers around, dude, they don't wait to fuck up. They fuck up immediately. They fuck up immediately. They make you regret this shit immediately. They don't wait. Dude, these people make shit bad immediately. Man, bro. Bernie Bernie Mac with the hands up. He right chill. What's going on, Jay Shine? I'm sorry, man. I am not one of these dudes that keep up hood culture or prison culture. I don't know how people who grew up around neither fully believe in this shit. I do not understand it. I do not understand it at all. Shit, fuck that. Hey man, you gonna be an alibi? Sure, I'll be an alibi. Officer, come get this motherfucker the fuck out of here. And in fact, this is all what this motherfucker just said. And yeah, you need some more extra snitching? I'll be right here. Get your motherfucking ass the fuck out of my face. You'll go do all this shit and then you need like a character reference so that way you can fuck up our whole crew and have the feds looking at us crazy as shit while having your dumb ass around? No, sir. Ain't nobody about to get their fucking clearance snatched because of you? Because you can't survive on your own? These dudes who want to hang around a group, nothing to offer, everything to take? You can't let these motherfuckers nowhere. Can't take them nowhere. They embarrass your ass right away. They don't wait. Because of them, everything is for benefit and for gain right now. Because they may never have another opportunity to be around dudes that are about something. Yes. Afraid to create that different group. But what are the benefits of that group that's not created? You want the whole political system to be focused on you while you're living in a liberal city. You didn't show up, you didn't participate, you didn't do shit. But somehow, the entire system is supposed to put your name on everything when your ass didn't invest in anything. Again, you can't teach this shit. You can't teach this. Not invested, not involved, don't care, but want the benefits of everybody else's work. Again, this shit is aided and abetted by working class people. This shit was aided and abetted in the 1980s. It was aided and abetted by working class people during black exploitation. It was aided and abetted by people selling fucking heroin in the 60s and 70s, crack in the 80s, pills and shit in the 90s till now. The whole rap culture is fucking set up around people being on this bullshit and simultaneously complaining about the women that they attract and deal with on said bullshit. Shit, man, you can get whatever you want to with that. You can get whatever you want to with that. You can get wherever you want to with that. Make sure that you choose something that has a clearance associated with it. Doesn't matter what it is. Make sure that your ass is something with a clearance associated with it, so that way you have a good place to land once this service is done, and it's gonna be done. Do not let nobody shame you into taking your ass to the infantry and proving that you got to do any of those things. Because I'm telling you, all these special forces, LARPers, online, being right wing affiliated, knowing damn well they would never hang out with these people, that's it. That is in your future on some infantry shit. You score that high, you got to go in with a substance based job and make sure you got a place to land once that shit's over with. And if them army dudes ain't looking at you right, better take your motherfucking ass to the Air Force or the fucking Navy. With a score like that, you should be able to go wherever you want to. Don't let them people stick you on anything, because they will. Oh yeah. Hey man, that is actually really needed. That is really needed. Because if I used to get paid to go overseas to teach non-gang members how not to be non-gang members while they overseas gang banging in the fucking dorms, and we're talking about cops here. We're talking about cops with top secret clearance going overseas gang banging, never been a part of that shit. Never been a part of it. But they get in the military and they just practice all the bullshit from the previous environment. Shit's crazy. That's what I'm saying. This is what we should be congratulating right here. Fuck 100,000 subscribers on some fucking bullshit. Congratulate this dude right here. This is what this shit's about. Going there, scoring high, because you got to have some type of aptitude in order to be able to score that high. Or do the studying. This is what I mean. Take this shit to the next motherfucking level. Look, you could be the first one in your family to do it. Hey man, keep going. The higher you go, the less of these people you're gonna see. Hey, a lot of people do that. I wish I had known to do that. Shit. Man, look, building building up both retirements at the same time. Man, look. Both of those things feeding in the first at the same time. Man, look. Man, look. Ain't nobody putting black people on nothing like that. Building up both retirements at the same time. Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Put her ass on the fucking fast track to being something and being around substantive people. That's what that shit's about. Jay Shine get it. You didn't see Jay Shine around here whining about feminism and arguing with women online. You didn't see that shit. Jay Sean got his motherfucking shit together and just stayed having this shit together and not being around people. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Look, you can build a new group faster than you can get these people to change. I'm gonna say it again. You can build a new, better group that functions faster than you can get these people to change. Faster than you can expect these people to develop some type of principle. Faster than you can expect these people not to complain about the very women that they actually want to be with that cause all the problems that they need. You can create a better group. But then again, you got to make sure that you don't have one of these individuals who prop the door open for one of these maggles to come in. There is no maggle plus one. They're going to outnumber your shit till it's maggle plus one, and then your shit going to look just like the manosphere. It is about the people who you bring, not your own personal accomplishment, but the people who you bring once your ass is accomplished. That Clarence have her ass set up for a lifetime. That Clarence will have her set up for a lifetime. Or you could be a failed dad and just have her ass be on the Pop the Balloon show, talking to random thirsty niggas about what the fuck they want in a relationship. Stupid shit. It does work in most cases, Empress, but like a lot of people just be wanting to be in the military and they go in enlisted with a fucking degree. Shit happens all the time. All the time. People go in enlisted with a degree. Say it again, Stephen Bishop. I told people this a long time ago. As soon as people start talking in collectivist language, that's a person who you immediately need to remove from the group. Once people start saying family, my people, get their ass out of here. Get their ass out of here. Get their ass out of here. Once they start pretending that immigration is so fucking important without having their shit together personally or even trying to do shit, get their ass out of here before they infect the entire group, before they let all the niggas back in. Get them out of here. I keep I keep saying, man, it's individuals with better outcomes who's gonna change this culture. You know what's not gonna change this culture? Individuals talking about relationship trauma, drama, bad outcomes, and responding to foolishness. That's not what's gonna make the situation better. Personal outcomes make this shit better. And then you gotta have sense enough not to invite these other people around your good outcomes. Yes, they do. Music to my motherfucking ears. Whenever I hear that shit come out of a motherfucker's mouth, I'm like, yep, this is exactly the dude that needs to be the fuck out of here. They need to be out of here. Gone. No, sir. I just don't want to work with dumb, unprincipled niggas. That's all. That's all. That's all. No problem, man. No problem, man. Here's the thing. You ain't gotta go. You ain't gotta go. I can always help you leave. I could come to you.
Hey, homie, you need some help?
Don't worry about it, man. Bro, bro, we can send you out of here. We ain't gotta worry about it. say it again, Clarence Jr. Clear standards. Most people who talk shit about the Boule, who talk shit about any established group, Clarence Jr. has it right. They don't like the minimum standards. The minimum standards are too high. They'll never pass the minimum standards. They'll never uphold the minimum standards, but they do want to benefit from the actual existence in the building of minimum standards. Yes, I'm sorry. You roll here, you got to have something to lose. You better have a place to be, and you better have something to lose. Both of them. Not one or the other, both of them. In the existence of fellow lower class men or women, not allowed. Don't want that shit around. I don't know why you would have sympathy for people who just sit here and just keep existing in nonsense. Oh no, I'm not doing that. And Clarence Jr., it's only putting them in. It's only putting them in. While you do all the work, they want to be put ahead. Yeah, that's exactly what my brother did in the Navy. Dude went in the Navy, did his 25 years, got his top secret clearance, went to school for cybersecurity, got out, worked at the Defense Intelligence Agency. That dude's making a lot of money right now. He's making a lot of money. Dropped fresh out the Navy, 25-year Navy retirement, is still making over 300 thou wow right now. Still in the DMV area. I'm telling you right now, you're around some weak ass dude, and this is the type of shit he expect. If this dude expect this type of shit, get him the fuck out of there. Get him out of there. This dude is infected. He's gonna bring down the collective consciousness of the entire group. You gotta go. What are you doing here? You gotta go. Right after this wife left him and tried to take half of his fucking retirement, he was like, you know what? Take the whole goddamn thing. Look, you don't see me trying to make hay out of his fucking situation at all. No, that motherfucker's living the best life. Single as fuck, ain't hooked on raggedy ass fucking women, and have a job with a background that he ain't trying to fucking lose. He's doing all right. Again, they don't want you talking like this. They don't want you talking like that. You talking about pulling up and leaving us here. You talking about leaving a community behind. Like, nope, 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 sir. The community left me behind a hell of a lot longer than I needed to do that. And here's the thing. I don't have self-esteem low enough to believe any of these people about what they're talking about. I don't care. You're not going to hold over me sexting you didn't have over me like it's some type of accomplishment. Because I don't believe you. Because I don't hear the women claiming you. I hear you claiming the women. I don't hear the women claiming these dumbass motherfuckers. I don't see that. I don't see that. I see plenty of dudes say that they have game. I have never heard a woman say, you know what, game worked on me. Look at my outcomes. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Apparently it's true somewhere. Never heard of it. And look, you can't have one low class way of thinking without having a counterpart that goes with it. They go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. You got to leave these people alone and you have to leave them behind on purpose. It is merely the only things things can be able to work. Look, there are plenty of people out here who got their stuff together, who's living extremely well out here. You would never know them. Why? They not trying to flash it and put it in your face. But look, Empress Sports Channel, they had a very nice head start. I'm talking about 40-year over procreation period. They had a 40, no. They had a 60-year over procreation period. I'm going to go 1960 to 2020. They went on an over procreation period of stockpiling these communities full of misguided boys. Yes, they did. And women who gave that early access to older men, who's now trying to pretend like they're successful because they had a kid. And the fact you ain't got none means that you're not successful as them. Man, stop. Say it again. They believe in collective output, not collective input. Singular input, collective output. That's what these people are on. The only thing you got to look for is individuals who talk in this collectivist language. Because I don't know, well, outside of Dennis Sperling, I don't know anybody who talked this collectivist language about our people and all that shit. Normally, when you went through that type of school and got that type of education and got that type of background and got that type of success, that collective-based stuff goes out the window. I have never seen a doctor, I'm talking about a medical doctor, who goes to get a specialization like plastic surgery. I've never heard nobody like that talk about my people and shit. I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. Oh, he think he too good to hang around us. Yes, he is too good to hang around you. And he better not hang around you, or else I'm gonna think very of him or her. But look, you can do whatever you want individually. It's just that your ass ain't hanging out here while you do it. I don't believe in a person being that free. Nah, he wants to be seen as a big homie to dumb niggas. You know what he's trying to create. He's trying to get these dudes and their feelings to fucking talk about women online so he can surf these dudes right off into right wing politics so that way he can get his tax cuts from Trump because that's what his end goal is. But they don't know that because they mortgage their credibility into, into talking about women, about people who don't care about their outcomes. Hey, but you got to see that stuff coming and you got to have a healthy disdain for it when you're looking at it. That's the other problem. People have this idea that they're going to have minimum standards with allowing all bullshit to go on. You can't have maximum standards by allowing all bullshit to go on. You can't have the benefits of peace without minimum standards. Man, look, I've said a long time ago, I don't respect hustles or hustlers, either one. Once you start talking that unprincipled dumb nigga talk, like, hey man, you got to stand over there. Stand over there. You better not call your career field that you put 10, 11 years into a hustle. There's nothing hustling about that. You put your life into that. You went and got a certification because of that. You made your name a little bit longer with 2 or 3 dotted initials because of it. Because of that, you better not call that shit no hustle. Because I can tell you what, I'm not gonna put trucking into a hustling format. I'm not gonna put it into a non-CDL format. Try to teach you how to try to make money off the industry and not really be invested or involved in it. Oh no. Oh no. Say it again. Say it again, Jay Shine. Broke and dumb niggas with these moral arguments. A bunch of useless men who's trying to get people who put in things in their life to try to put them on. How are you spending this much time searching TikTok, searching the internet for a woman to complain about? How are you doing this? We already got Kendra D for that. Let the women try to correct their own fucking people. I'm trying to correct men. I can't correct women. I don't know what the fuck women go through. And I'm not trying to learn either. Fuck that. That's what other women go fix. I'd rather go to shit that's already working. Because I'm already working. No rationale for me to be around people and things that don't work. No, no, no. I don't want to be around it. And then for people to want to live off the collective discontent of the bad outcomes of relationship choices is kind of crazy to me. God. Magadose. She didn't connected the ADOS grift with the MAGA grift. Now she Magadosing now. A pro-black who's for Trump, who keep their mouth closed about all the things this current administration have done to try to not help black people. The recent one of which is closing the civil rights office. Yeah, BGS had a live stream the other day. Black women lost 602,000 jobs. Yeah, yeah, these men were happy about that. I had a guy in the chat who said, like, the moment I said that's not a good idea or a good thing, that guy was like, well, you know what? Black women ain't married. It's like, what the fuck does that got to do with them losing jobs that they shouldn't have lost? Hey, look, it's time for a little bit of pain. A little bit of pain teaches people where things are. Okay? It's okay for a little bit of pain every once in a while. It's okay. It's nothing we can stop. The next time you're going to fight is November 2026. That's when you're going to start fighting if you're interested in fighting. Sometimes you need a little bit of pain as a reminder. Sometimes you need a little bit of pain. And most of the people with everything to say are non-participants. How does that work? Non-participants got the most to say about everything. No participation, all the expectation. All the participation, no expectations. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Yeah, when you go off and you get a degree that's not in bullshit, about something that's substance based, guess what? You can actually go out here and get a job and work. But Clarence, but you know what? One of these complaining ass dudes will sit here and be like, you know what? Her life ain't complete unless she got a dumb nigga on her couch. Now, you know what? If she had a dumb nigga on her couch, then her degree would mean something. Shit. What's she doing with all that money? What she doing driving around that car? Nigga, I could be on the passenger side of that shit. I could be driving that shit around while she at work. The hell is this? The inhumanity. Shit. Shit, bitch. I got dumb nigga DNA on fleek over here. You don't want none of this dumb nigga DNA? You don't want kids with bad outcomes? Oh, okay, bitch. You too good for a dumb nigga. Okay. 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 Too good for a dumb nigga. Okay, okay, okay. You want some motherfucking high IQ kids and some shit like that, right? You want a kid who speak like foreign languages and want to have good outcomes and shit, right? Who the fuck this bitch thinks she is? Just because she got a fucking degree in a goddamn job. I'm a dumb nigga. I'm always on top. Just because I fucking said so, nigga. Fuck this hoe thinks she is. Turning down the dumb nigga, acting like dumb nigga DNA haven't done great things for the black community. That's how these dumb niggas be talking, man. Filling them own self with all this fucking self-esteem, unearned self-esteem. What is this? Don't even feel embarrassed talking about this shit. And when Tia Son Johnson was actually like celebrating the these programs, getting rid of things for black women because they wasn't really investing in black men like that. Yeah, man, he was actually celebrating that shit. Not understanding that these people are people's nieces and people's cousins and shit. Yeah, they earned their way in that. First of all, they participated in the process to get this type of funding. And then you wanted to have that funding go towards you, even though you haven't picked a fucking side. No side pick, want everybody else's outcomes. Tell me how that works. No side pick, want everybody else's outcomes. Work and education teaches a useless nigga fucking class at a fucking college, which is already some highly affirmative action based bullshit, but you know, I'll let it go for now. And the best thing you can do is try to give dumb niggas self esteem online and complain about people who actually organize for shit. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Thing is, man, these people seeing themselves being left behind, man. Now they know what it feels like to be isolated, man. Damn again, taking things collectively from the group doesn't work. You know what they turn that shit into? They turn that shit into a whole DEI purge across the entire country. Having these dumb motherfuckers celebrate black women being left out of shit. They turn around and turn that shit into an actual black person purge around the country. Well, actually, Stephen Bishop, I don't think it was that embarrassing until he brought two more other dumb niggas up on the panel with him to help him fucking lose to a white dude. And it's not because he's white either. It's because that dude is extremely researched on what the fuck he's talking about. If you bring your ass up there with these manosphere talking points with somebody who's just done a little bit of research, but this dude actually debates for a fucking living, dude, you're gonna get fucking smoked. That is the manosphere's Iwo Jima L. Three dumb niggas trying to hoist up the black manosphere flag on a white man's channel and got purely fucking smoked. Do not bring your dumb ass back around here. No, sir. You ever seen Patriarchy strikes back around this motherfucker after that Iwo Jima L? He kept hold up for fucking angry man. Shit, you ain't see that dude nowhere. And it wouldn't have mattered if he had BGS up there. It wouldn't have mattered if he had me up there. It's the whole fact that you up there arguing some shit from a point of view that you shouldn't be arguing. Once you're talking about how bad your own subsegment of culture is to another dude's whose woman is far worse than yours, you lost. You lose. Perfect. The only thing you have to say was, your women don't act right. Perfect. Your dumb ass shouldn't be having kids anyway. Perfect. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. They ain't even worried about that. You think Dr. Thunder talked about that? Him and his third party ass? Living in Columbus, the most liberal city, teaching fucking Ohio State, we got a ton of shit to talk about black women about? Okay. Okay. You know, damn well they ain't gonna talk about some of substance. They're waiting for something to cross the ticker about the relationship to talk about so that way they can respond to that. Or else, you know, they could just go keep arguing with Chat GPT about feminism. Some of that dumb shit. Hey, but you know, Wacky World O, everything that's good, you know, BGS predicted that. Yes, he did. He predicted that. Trump and Elon Musk fighting right now. BGS predicted that. Did you know that? BGS predicted that. The Lord of the Flies of dumb niggas predicted everything. Always after the fact, never beforehand, and always in the middle of a live stream trolling women. That's where all these predictions take place. But hey, look, the men have made the decision to invest in these type of people. And you can't do shit about it. Except for stopping the motherfuckers from asking questions when they come around. Shout out to him, man. Keeping that gynocracy piping hot. Knowing this motherfucker is well dependent on gynocratic men warning people about the threat that he poses to the fucking group. Warning people about the threat that he proposes to the fucking group. He's trying to entice men to talk about and complain about fucking feminists. A feminist already told you that they're not interested in family. Just treat them like a fucking man. They got to bring productivity to the fucking table, and we find out what the fuck we coalition on. We don't talk about family building shit because they're not into that. Problem solved. Problem stay solved. I mean, he would say that. But you know, Gene, like, again, shout out for you coming around here. I hope you lose your government job. But it gives cover to sexless men. It gives cover because, man, you know what, man, I can't get a bitch, man. So you mean to tell me that all these fucking black women I want to be with, they want to be with white men? What the fuck? Oh, what, man, the humanity. Yeah, what he does. He gives cover to fucking sexless fucking dumb motherfuckers who don't want to read shit. It's hard to debate somebody who's always wrong. It's hard. It's hard to debate somebody who's always wrong, who roll with a gang of dumb niggas. It's hard. Hard, I tell you. But that's just where we at, man. That's where we at in society. That's where we at. You got to create that different group. You got to have them good outcomes. I'm sorry, this ain't the 1980s. I'm sorry, you do have a choice to choose another fucking career field. I'm sorry, you do have that. Your ass is stuck at the bottom. You need to go skill the fuck up. That's what everybody else is doing. If you ain't talking about the HB1 visa when they talk about the immigration conversation, fuck you. You're just a dude who's at the fucking bottom complaining about motherfuckers who are also at the bottom, but they over here doing more than you. People who really got their motherfucking skills, and these immigrants are not coming for your fucking skills, they're not worried about you. But these be also the main dudes subscribing to like the pink pill and the motherfucking the girl who swirls and all these fucking swirlers and all this shit. I'm like, dude, I don't want to listen to these mentally ill motherfuckers. I don't want to listen to that shit. No, hell no. I don't want to hear that shit. Look, a lot of these conservatives were jumping out the window saying that shit. It wasn't just black conservatives, it was all conservatives, period. They took this wait and see approach, and this wait and see approach still ain't working. And I mean, they jumped out the window on some street piece of shit, talking about wait and see. Trump got a plan. This stuff gonna work out. And the media just let them talk their shit and didn't even challenge them on anything. They didn't even bring them online to talk about what's the progress and what they claimed a month ago. They just let them get away with it. And even if they do bring them online, they bring 5 of these conservatives and 1 person that's on the left, or maybe center left at best. And he has to, or she has to have a conversation through a whole bunch of buck dancing, trolling, and non-actual panel moderation. Now, they're right and they're wrong. Tariffs would have brought in a lot of money if you didn't have an interstate highway system to fucking maintain. If you didn't have Medicaid, poor people's private health insurance to maintain. If you didn't have an actual defense budget to maintain, yeah, that shit probably would have worked. But this government spent a lot of money, a lot of it. Tariffs was never supposed to be the major bringing in of the money. What it was supposed to do, it was supposed to give him cover to create more deeper tax cuts, which he's trying to get passed right now, which everybody ain't even a part of, trying to put their name on. Look, Mike Mike V was trying. We gonna review that. What is that? The dude's had his hands up like Richard Nixon. Roger Stone versus damn, what the fuck is that dude's name? Mark Lamont Hill. He decided to go to Roger Stone for an actual debate. Hell yeah, empires are expensive. He was just trying to socialize his actual tax cuts using the American actual economy as something to actually leverage tax cuts from the entire world by getting them to pay for most of them. That's what that shit was actually about. It still ain't gonna work because in a system where they can still lobby, they can lobby to shut down your tax cuts, your tax breaks, your actual individual benefit. But it's kind of hard to do anything when you have a corrupt judiciary. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Man, I do not like Umar Johnson, but man, did that dude be having me laughing when he be talking about these dudes out here bunny hopping. Man, that stuff be funny. God, I'm like, this dude be mad all the fucking time. Oh yes, that fucking bunny hopping shit. Oh, that shit be having me laughing. It just, man, it just shows you, man. It just fucking shows you, bro. Man, look, man, I got to get up out of here. I got some stuff to do. Been walking around this Council Bluffs, which is pretty nice, by the way. But you got to stay on this area of town where all the stores are at. You walk to one of them neighborhoods, and your ass may not come back. Or at least the way you went into that neighborhood. That is. Again, the outcomes matter. You got to create a better group of people. You can't make useless men comfortable. Useless men, weak men, should be quite isolated from trying to make their own group. White dudes who complain about their own problems around not working, those dudes are not allowed to be around the dudes who got their shit together. Those dudes are a separate group of whiteness by themselves. We gotta do the same fucking thing. You do all that complaining and all that bullshit. Oh no, you can't sit over here. Oh, okay. Not moving fast enough? No problem. I got just the thing, because you know people need motivation to move. hmm If this is your idea, go ahead and get them, girl. That's right. Go get them. They stupid enough to come to this fucking table. Have no problem snacking on these motherfuckers when they get there. Put an extra bite down for me. Actually, do your first chewing from MOT. That's right. Take them long ass claws and carve my actual initials in their fucking face. MOT was right. I'm about to chow down. So with that said, I want to thank you guys for coming through and still being subscribed to the actual channel. Make sure you like the video on the way out. I can't really go live like that no more because, you know, transportation sector is coming back online. So, you know, it's a lot of money changing hands. And I want to be one of those guys who the money changes hands too. So with that said, I want to thank you guys for coming through this Saturday morning, which I rarely come on. But you guys have a really nice rest of y'all night.